What you're going to do. Imagine their congratulations and their high image of you.
When I was a kid, my mom and I made this deal. I was allowed to take
Here today
3
trying to be
mental
something
health
I'm
rest
not,
days.
which is something I've been trying to do for 2 years now.
Are effective speakers made, or are they naturally born?
It is true that some people are born with special gifts in public speaking, but it is true also that most of the public speakers are either underwent intensive formal training or got involved in several speaking situations that over time they were able to hone their skill.
Good day everyone, we're about to share our knowledge about the principle of speech delivery.
Types of speech according to purpose. Informative speech. It provides the audience with a clear understanding of the concept or idea. Example, company president presenting information about the last quarter's sales to a group of board members. The next one is a doctor is talking to a group about ways to avoid heart disease. Entertaining speechless are the speech that designed to capture audience attention and regale or amuse them while delivering their clear message. For example, for a special occasion, wedding, funeral, are asked to deliver a keynote of address. Persuasive speech. It provides the audience with a favorable, acceptable ideas that can be influenced by their own ideas and decision. Example, a teenager is attempting to convince her parents that she needs to be able to stay out until 11 p.m. instead of 10 p.m. And a students' council president trying to convince a school administrator to allow the students to have dance after the final football game of season.
There are 4 types of speech according to delivery. The first one is extemporaneous speech. Extemporaneous implies without forethought, and it is a synonym for the word impromptu. It is the most popular type of research-based speech with clear organization and practice delivery. It is also delivered in conversational tone. This speech can make you appear more confident and engages the audience. But you only have a certain amount of time to prepare, organize, and rehearse. Here are some pointers to help you practice your extemporaneous speech. Number 1. Create an easy-to-follow speech outline that includes all of your speech main aspects. Number 2. Make an index card to serve as cues to keep you on track during your speech. Lastly, never ever read from your index card unless you're reading a straight quotation or a statistic. The next category of speech is impromptu. Impromptu is a speech given without preparation. It is unrehearsed and uttered in a casual manner. Impromptu speech have advantages: spontaneous or natural speaking, and it is more focused and brief. However, it has a tendency to be disorganized. The speaker and the audience might have a communication barrier. It can also be frightening for untrained speakers and beginners. Always remember to be confident and speak with conviction, because you are sharing your own perspective to your audience. The third one is a manuscript. It is a planned and rehearsed speech. The speaker speaks with advanced preparation and reads aloud the written material. Newscasting is an example of manuscript speech. It is a guided speech in which you can repeat the words exactly as written. However, this sort of speech can be dull and monotonous at times. There may be lack of rapport or connection between the speaker and the audience. To deliver this style of speech, simply rehearse it over and over until it sounds natural. The last one is memorized speech. It is a planned and rehearsed speech in which the speaker recites the written material word for word. This style of speech is frequently used in role-playing and acting. Speakers must repeat the words from memory while maintaining an eye contact. They are also free to move on the stage and employ gestures and facial expressions. However, speakers may occasionally wind up speaking in monotonous rhythm. And if the speaker cannot control his or her stage fright, he or she may have problems recalling his or her speech. Amit Kalantri once said, if you can't impress them with your argument, impress them with your actions. So be confident and speak with conviction. Delivery for different situations. As a public speaker, you need to be ready to face the most common challenges in different speaking environments. Here are some of them. Speaking to a specific audience size. Audience size depends on the venue size. It can help you determine your approach on your audience, whether it is smaller size or larger size. Number 2. Speaking in an open air or outside the building. Examples are open courts or grounds, football fields, and farms. It will help you feel more relaxed due to the atmosphere of the venue. Speaking in different venue size. Speaking venues that vary according to size are classroom, meeting or conference room, ballroom, social hall, auditorium, covered court, open court, and others. This will help you be exposed to different venues, which will add to your public speaking experience.
Delivery for different situations. Speaking with a microphone, its main function is to increase the volume of your voice, not to clarify the pronunciation and enunciation of words. Speaking with a podium or lectern. A podium or lectern is a reading desk with a stand and a slanted top. The two words actually refer to two very different things. A podium is a small platform on a stage you stand on. A podium. A lectern is the piece of furniture that often support a microphone and usually has space for speaker to place his or her notes. Whatever situation you are in, the most important is you master your speech. You can only do this by constantly carrying out the right practices.
Tools for effective speech delivery. To be effective in your speech delivery, it is recommended to watch and emulate people who speak in public excellently, and while observing, take note how the speaker approach their audience, whether they use formal, informal, conversational, intimate, and among others. Know how they connect with the audience, like using eye contacts, body movements, and facial expression. Observe on how they present themselves on stage's presence, how they look, stand, walk, use nonverbal cues, act on and off stages. Observe on how they use their voices in terms of volume, pitch, speed, pauses to show emphasis and strengthen the clarity of the message, vocal variety, and pronunciation.
Can you give some tips to deliver my speech well?
Use a conversational style more often. It is the conversational style you are using when you express yourself to your family and your friends. For example, you are having a conversation with your family and friends about your plans to your 18th birthday. Second, remember to adjust your volume to the size of the audience and the venue. For example, you are discussing a lesson inside a classroom. You must use a modulate voice to avoid disturbance to the other classes. Third, master your voice and find your pitch level. For example, you are having a high pitch level, modulate or slightly move it down, because if you don't, it will affect your performance. Third, use pauses when you emphasize the most important words, phrases, or sentences of your speech. For example, when you say eros, it means romance or passionate love. Fifth, avoid fillers or expressions that substitute actual words in your speech because these words are distracting. Reduce using the word like, for example, I would like to thank you for coming here today, like that. Sixth, start your speech by standing and balancing your weight. You have to maintain a good posture to the audience because it will give you a positive first impression.
Make sure that the meaning of your speech reflects in your facial expressions. So your facial expressions should match the type of speech that you are delivering. Something like that. Next, dress properly and appropriately. Wearing the proper attire will make you look more confident and professional. So, wearing proper attire like polo or polo shirts. Observe ethics by coming prepared. Being polite, avoiding offensive words, and saying negative things about other people. The last one would be breathe in and out to relax before your speech. Most importantly, have fun. It's like a ritual so that, like, if you are nervous, you should just breathe so that you can explain your speech properly.
We will leave this quote to you that to communicate, we must realize that we are all different in the way we perceive the world and use this understanding as a guide to our communication with others.
Next category of speech is impromptu.
And pronunciation.
Types of speech.
Make sure that the meaning of your speech